The Mumbai Indians have won their fifth IPL title in 8 years. And the comparisons have begun between this team and other dominant cricket sides over the years. And even with the superpowers of other sports. But what is so intimidating for the rest of the league is that it actually feels like Mumbai hit a new level of dominance this season. Remember that though Mumbai won in 2013, 15, 17 and 19, they failed to make the playoffs altogether in 2016 and 2018, so there were still marks of inconsistency in their team. In 2017, they lost the first playoff and needed a second chance to make the final, which they won by just one run. In 2019, they again won the final by just a run. 2020 was about stamping out all the drama and the inconsistency, which some had even begun to call Mumbai's even-year jinx. There was an inevitability to Mumbai winning the title this season. They lost 5 games in the league phase, but 2 of those were in super overs and 1 after they had already qualified and rested key players. Of their 9 wins, 4 were by 30 plus runs and 3 chases were completed with 3 or more overs to spare, which meant Mumbai ended with a net run rate of plus 1.107, the best for any team in the history of the IPL. Another marker of their dominance is how they excelled in every phase of the game. Power play bowling, Mumbai had the most wickets and the best economy rate. Death bowling, best economy. Power play batting, second best strike rate. Middle overs batting, best strike rate. Death batting, best strike rate not just in this IPL but for any team in any IPL season. If you're still not convinced, consider this. Delhi Capitals were the second best side at this IPL and Mumbai beat them 4 times. The reasons for Mumbai Indians' IPL success have been well documented. With the team of scouts, coaches and analysts that work round the year, they are simply the most professionally run franchise in the league. Their scouting has resulted in a core group of Indian players that is unmatched by any other team. But what's helped them hit a new gear this season is a philosophy of seeking continuous improvement, even if a certain amount of ruthlessness is necessary to achieve it. Think about this. Mumbai won the IPL last season, yet after the tournament they released as many as 12 players. In the trade window and auction, the focus was on revamping the seam bowling attack. Remember, they already had Lasith Malinga and Mitch McClenaghan, who have been stalwarts for them. And they also had Jason Behrendorff, Alzari Joseph, Adam Milne, Barinder Saran and Buren Hendricks. Many may have thought that was an adequate pace contingent. But Mumbai were astute enough to realize that Malinga and McClenaghan may be past their prime and the other quicks were either too injury prone or not up to the standard they needed. So they released 5 quicks and traded in Trent Bolt, Shefane Rutherford and Dhaval Kulkarni. In the auction, they spent 8 crores of the 13.5 they had left in their purse on one player, Nathan Coulter-Nile, who they saw as their new debt specialist. As things turned out, Malinga withdrew from IPL 2020 and so Mumbai brought in another new pacer, James Pattinson. And how did this new-look quick bowling contingent do? They took 68 wickets between them and went at 7.76 runs per over. Last season's pacers took just 49 wickets and went at 8.37 per over. That's how sporting superpowers operate. Even when they win, they identify areas of improvement and become even stronger. Another reason for sides to be intimidated by Mumbai is that they have invested in youth and so a lot of their players are getting better every season. A clear example of this season were the performances of Surya Kumar Yadav, bought at the age of 27, Quinton de Kock, bought at the age of 25, and Ishan Kishan, bought at the age of 19. All 3 scored in excess of 450 runs this season, with Kishan having easily his most prolific season and Surya and Quinton de Kock both significantly improving their strike rates from last year. Another big auction is imminent, so Mumbai will have to lose some players from this squad. But given the strong core that they will most likely retain and the ability their think tank has shown to keep building on their squad, who would bet against them dominating for several more seasons?